Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm about to head out the door because I need to pick up a few things, run some errands, and I just want to go ahead and get that out of the way so that I can spend the rest of the day at home getting the things done that I need to get done. So my main agenda is to go to our local farmer where we get eggs and check to see if they have some eggs. We went a couple of nights ago and they were completely out. So I'm really hoping that I don't waste a trip over there, but I just can't hardly bring myself to buy store-bought eggs anymore. I have just become such an egg snob, I guess. Not only are they, of course, so much better quality, so much more nutrient dense when they come from a farm and you kind of know the way that they're raised. Literally with the prices of eggs, at least in our area in Ohio, it seems like it is the same amount, if not a bit cheaper, to buy these quality farm fresh eggs locally than like the cheapest egg at the grocery store, like the white eggs that like the chickens were raised who knows how. So I'm like, well, of course I'm gonna buy the local ones. Anyways, that's my little egg rant, but I'm really hoping that they have eggs today because we are completely out. We don't have a single egg left in the house and I'm gonna need them. So if not, I will probably just have to get them at the store. And I'm also just going to run to the grocery. I might just run to our local Dollar General and I just need to get just a couple of things. Update. I have been so determined to find some good eggs. Because like my plan for next week is to I meal plan breakfast and I'm even gonna make an egg dish for one of my dinners. So I was like, I'm gonna eat lots of eggs this week. Great source of protein and nutrients. So anyways, I need a bunch of eggs and I am now stopped at my 4th stop in my search for eggs. No one has them. Which this place is like a meat market, so I was just checking. I don't think they ever carry eggs, but I was like, if they do, they might get them from like a local farmer. No. And I know I could just go to the grocery, and that's probably what could end up happening. I have one more place to try. I hate just driving up to these random places that I have never been to and trying to figure out if they have eggs, where the eggs are. But there's one more place that I had seen before I'd driven by and it had a sign for eggs. So this is our 5th spot to try. If they do not have them, I'll just buy 1 dozen at the grocery store and hopefully, that can hold us over for a little bit, but they're gonna be expensive and they're probably not gonna be as good. So I know I'm such an egg snob, but I think in the winter, maybe eggs don't lay as well or something. So that's probably what's happening. But I really do wish that I could just do chickens myself, but unfortunately we live in town and our town does not allow us to raise chickens if we have less than an acre, which we do. So that's out for us. I know that it probably sounds so nice and it would probably be a lot of work, but maybe someday if we ever get a house in the country, but that's besides the point. One more spot to see if we can find eggs. 5th time was indeed a charm and I was able to secure some farm fresh eggs. The only con was these were a little bit more expensive than what I typically pay. By the end of it, I was like, I probably would have been just fine if I would have just went to the grocery store because I was already going for some other things and went ahead and gotten my eggs there. But when you've already went so far out of your way and already spent all this time, I was just extra determined. I was like, I did not waste all this time just to end up at the grocery store getting my eggs there. So maybe it was a little bit dramatic, maybe didn't have to be that big of a hassle, but I'm excited to give these a try. I don't know a lot about the farm that they're from, but it did say that they were organic, so I assume they're pretty good quality eggs. Anyways, the kitchen is pretty well a mess, so I want to go ahead and clean up a little bit, get my kitchen in order, because I'm going to be spending some time in here and remaking a mess, but it feels a bit cluttered, so. Okay, it is time for me to get started on making our dinner, and I wanted to try something new today out of one of my favorite cookbooks, Hope's Table. I won't be able to link the recipes that I'm using since they're obviously not online to share, but I will link this cookbook because it's one of my favorites. But anyways, I'm going to be trying out these pretzel buns. How yummy do those look? I'm really excited to try, and I'm just going to make burgers tonight. So let's get started. Side note, I was going over the ingredients one more time and realized that I don't have pretzel salt. I considered just using like some flaky sea salt, but I just want these, like I want them to be great. Like what if the flaky sea salt just makes them not like a traditional pretzel bun? I hate it when this happens. I was literally just at the grocery store, but we're going to run there really quick, grab some pretzel salt, then we'll be back and make the buns. Okay, now I'm working on mixing up my hamburger patties. I'm going to just kind of eyeball the seasonings and hope it tastes good. So I have just like 1 pound here, and I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some dried onion flakes, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Alright, there's a lot of noises going on. We have the burgers frying and the soft pretzel buns are in the oven. I also have the dishwasher running, so sorry if the audio is not that great, but we are moving on to making our burger sauce. I don't like using recipes for stuff like this. I feel like you don't really need one. Just gonna do some mayo, a little bit of relish. I typically do like dill, but I don't have dill, so I'm going to do sweet, so it'll be a little bit sweeter this time. Some mustard and ketchup. Basically, all your typical condiments mixed up. I guess it's kind of like a smash burger sauce, and then mix it up. And there we have our burger sauce. I'm so hungry. I'm so ready for dinner to be ready. It's going to be amazing. Okay, you guys, I like hardly even filmed me making all of that. I was so hungry, so hungry. I like didn't even make anything to go with it or anything, like any sides. And I was planning on doing some of that, but we just ate that right up and it was so good. I just like highly recommend those pretzel buns. If you have the cookbook, I'm sure there's other really good recipes, but I was hoping to do a lot more today. I was kind of hoping for this to be like productive day in my life, getting a ton of things done, but it ended up being kind of a lazy Saturday. I got a little bit of a late start to my day, and then I feel like I spent a lot of my day like running around in town. It is now nighttime and I'm kind of ready to wind down and go to bed, but I feel like my YouTube channel's been maybe a little bit more sporadic. I wasn't able to put out a video last week. I just didn't have time to film one. And I've been trying to like just not put as much pressure on myself. Even today I was kind of feeling a little bit discouraged, like the day got away from me. I didn't get to film all that I wanted to and make this into the video that I wanted it to be. Next week I think will be a sister sip episode and it's going to be very exciting and a very fun one, so I'm really excited for that. And yeah, thank you for following along on today's video, even if it didn't turn into being much, but I enjoyed hanging out and filming a little bit of my day. I hope you are all having a good winter season. I feel like during the winter time I do have a little bit of a harder time feeling creatively inspired, hence probably why I have days like today where it turns into not as much content. But enough disclaimers aside, I guess you're still here, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already and give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, all the things. Thank you for your support and I will see you in the next video. Bye.